Hello, everybody. This is Ellis Paul in Crozet, Virginia. I am here at my home. Normally, I would do a Sunday show for Patreon folks, but tonight I'm coming in on a Monday night because I was traveling last night and a little too cold to do the show outside. So we're going to do it tonight on Monday. I'll do a few songs here publicly and then scoot off over to the Patreon site. They get a lot of special deals over at the Patreon site, including these specialty shows once a week, which can be really fun. They call out requests. Sometimes I do covers. And I'll do a couple songs here and then we'll move on over there. But if you're not a member of Patreon, please consider joining up. This song is called The Boys of Summer. It was on a Patreon album that I put out last year. Cheers to y'all. Welcome. Nice to be playing for people. I played a couple shows live over the weekend. We'll talk a little bit about that as the show continues. We've got folks coming in from all over the country tonight to watch the show. Jackie McDonough is here with Pittsburgh. Nice to see you, Jackie. Thanks for coming by. And there's Lisa from Tewksbury, Mass. Nice to have you here too, Lisa. Diane Welch and the nursing crew at the VCU ICU. Nice, beautiful. Cheers to you all. I'm going to start in about 5 minutes. Let the crowd gather. Troy is in Lakeland. Is that Colorado? Let us know. Troy is down in Florida, in Lakeland, Florida. Joe Conway is here from New York. I'm sorry, Chicago. Tanya Binder there from New Hampshire. Hi, Tanya. Sue Paulding, lovely Rhode Island. And Dennis McCracken. All right, Dennis, nice to see you here, brother. In Aberdeen, North Carolina. We're going to start about 2 or 3 minutes. When the song's done, I got to figure out what I'm going to play. Lots of guitars to choose from. Joe Conway wants to hear Conversation with the Ghost. We'll get to that, brother. And Karen Zundel is here, of course. Thanks for being here, Karen. Nice to have you all listening in tonight. Eric Apgar was here. Fantastic show. Thank you for that on Saturday night. His first show of mine. Yeah, it was nice to meet you in person, Eric. Thank you for being there. No news on Florida dates, but it won't be long. Sometime next year, I promise. Pull up a chair, get a blanket, put your pajamas on. Hey Vince, glad to have you here. Lots to talk to you folks about on this beautiful Monday night. All right, brother, looking forward to it. Oh, I love that place. The Iron Horse in Northampton, Massachusetts. One of the best venue that somebody like me can play. We're going to start in just a couple minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you for the love in the tip jar tonight as well. Karen says she needs to update that picture. I'm the one that provides those. I need a cache of those things, I think. A cache. Cache and cache. Two different words. It's great to be here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to start the show right about now. Hello, everybody. This is Ellis Paul. I'm here in Crozet, Virginia tonight. It's a strange but true Monday night show from Crozet. We are doing the Patreon All Request Show. And that's my subscription channel for those of you who don't know. Get a lot of cool things by being a member of that Patreon family, including a bunch of new songs from the up-and-coming album. Even the guitar vocal versions of the songs will be shared. Starts at only $1. Please sign up. It's all there in the video description. What I do here is do a few songs for the public and then turn the public off, so it's just me and the Patreon folks. So there's plenty of time to sign up while we're figuring it all out. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad 'cause you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Yeah, I get try with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe that love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Isn't that a little bit dirty? I'm going to play that again. This is a John Lennon line, by the way. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. I think that's funny. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I get by with a little help, with a little help, with a little help from my friends. Oh, it's just, the Beatles. What can you say? It just fills me with love and joy whenever I'm playing them. But that line, I never heard that line that way until I started doing these cover shows for my Patreon fans, and then discover these lines that kind of just flew right by you, that you never settled into to understand what their intention was. And oh man, it's so fun. Just imagine being in the room when they wrote that. Crazy. Hey, I had a good weekend. I don't know about you folks, but I went up to Beacon, New York, and I played for a live audience there at the Town Crier on Friday night. Then on Saturday, I was at TCAN, which is the Natick Center for the Arts, the center for the Arts in Natick. I guess that's what TCAN stands for. I call it the Natick Center for the Arts, but that would be whatever it is. The Natick. It's better as TCAN. They're smart. They're like songwriters over there. They're all creative people. Both were great shows. And I have to say that the Natick show was really great because there was just, I've been used to in this, tail end of the pandemic that we are in, knock on wood, playing to just, 50 people because the rooms are small. And TCAN is large, and we had, probably 150 people. So it felt like a real Ellis Paul show, which I haven't played for 2 years. Or nearly a year and 18, how deep were we? We're 20 months in now, right? And it was just fabulous. Just fabulous. Laurie was with me, and I got to see all my friends up in Boston that I care and love about. So that was really fun. And a lot of the gang who is part of this community of Patreon members were there. And so that was really a beautiful thing as well. So thank you if you came out. I know Eric Apgar was there. And I'm glad you came out, my friend. Let's do another song. And then we'll get on to maybe doing Conversation with a Ghost. Hey, just before we go, speaking of ghosts, check this out. On Halloween night, we are going to have the biggest Halloween bash in internet history right in here from this chair. I'm going to be bringing in friends from all over the country to join me. This is it right here. Check this out. The Halloween bash, Sunday, October 31st, 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern. It's Ellis Paul, Vance Gilbert, Dan Navarro, Rebecca Loby, Michael Clem of Eddie from Ohio, Laurie McAllister from Red Molly, Alice Howe, Don Conoscenti, Seth Glear, and Daryl Purpose. They're going to be joining me on the Halloween, and they're going to be dressed in Halloween scary duds. That's going to be pretty awesome, I think. We're going to be going 8 to 11 p.m. And then guess what? There's an after party at 11 p.m. for Patreon members. And some of these folks will be joining us. Not sure who, but it's voluntary. I don't want to force anyone to stay up too late. But if you want to hang out after the show, greet these artists, let them see your faces. We're going to do a Zoom party on Patreon at 11 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, October 31st. I'm sure plenty of us will be there. We'll sing songs for you all and toast in the merriment of, but you got to be a Patreon member to make that show. So write it down, 8 to 11 p.m. right here on Facebook Live. It'll also be shown in its entirety on Patreon and live. And we'll be showing it in quite a few places actually on that night. But the main place to go is Facebook. We're going to give out prizes and have contests, and I know what I'm going to wear, which is going to be cool. I can't wait. I do this every year. I have some kind of a party on Halloween. I have a party on my birthday, and I have a party at Christmas. So this is kind of end of the year and the beginning of the next year. We even do a Valentine's thing. And we're going to do the same thing this year as well. Lots of fun stuff coming up. Let's do one more song here. I just saw this one, and what hit me about this song, and this is it's another cover song. I just felt like playing a couple cover songs here. And then we'll get on to maybe a request, and then we'll jump over to Patreon. So go over there and join Patreon. Only $1 a month. You've got subscription. It's like a Netflix folk channel for Ellis Paul and all the special events around my life. You get to see the backstage pass into the life of a of what I do, which is pretty cool. All right. What hit me about this one was that it's just a 4-chord song. And the guy that wrote this, one of which was a guy named Jeff Lynne. Jeff Lynne from the Electric Light Orchestra, that Jeff Lynne. They managed to make this thing so cool, and it's only 4 chords. And they make it great because there's octave jumps and things. It starts low, and then it soars, then it goes back down, then it goes up. And what's nice about it is, in all that soaring of the melody, it matches the title. This is Learning to Fly. It's from 1991. Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne. Let's make sure I don't mess it up. It's a #1 song on album Rock, the Hot 100. Well, it started out down a dirty road. Started out all alone. The sun went down as I crossed that hill, and the town lit up, and the world got still. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Well, the good old days may not return, and the rocks may melt, and the sea may burn. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Well, some say life can beat you down, can break your heart, steal your crown. So starting out for God knows where, I guess I'll know when I get there. I'm learning to fly around the clouds. What goes up must come down. I'm learning to fly around the clouds. Learning to fly. What goes up, learning to fly, must come down. Got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Tom Petty. You can't go wrong with Little Petty. That's what I'm saying. Do you agree? I hope so. Want to say hi to Bob Seifert there over in Boston. Hi, Bob. Nice to see you here. And Diane I'm glad that the nurses are singing. Hope you guys are being safe and sound there, and sending love to all you folks. I'm going to do one more song here, and then I'm going to just be with a group of folks on Patreon, and they're going to be requesting songs of mine. If you want to bounce over to Patreon and join up with the group, it only starts at $1 a month. And again, you get special things like the after party to this great event coming up on Halloween night, 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a festival event with 10 different artists from all over the U.S. Me, Vance Gilbert, Dan Navarro, California artist who wrote Pat Benatar's hit We Belong, Rebecca Loby from the super group folk artists, the Nobody's Girl, Michael Clem, Laurie McAllister, who you all know, Alice Howe, Don Condescending, Seth Clear, Daryl Purpose. It's going to be a really, really fun time. I can't wait. I'm going to be building all the details around that fun night in the weeks to come. Let's see. Somebody wanted to hear Conversation with a Ghost. Let's do that. This is a song from my first album called Say Something. It had Patty Griffin singing background. And this song helped to break me in Boston. There was a station in Boston called WBOS. Jim Herron was the guy running, the program director there. And he put into rotation Look at the Wind Blow. And then he would have me play downtown Boston for these big radio events. And you know, I was just starting out, and there'd be 5,000 to 10,000 people out in the crowd. It was so incredible. And then WERS was playing this one. If I can remember it. I'll respond to you in letters. I'm sorry so slow, sorry so few. In a nutshell, I'm much better. So far, the complaints I hear are few, they're few. How have you been? Have you been to the races? Did you take my mother? Is your sister in braces? Wish I could have been there to see you through. Hear all those things you told me once, still true. Do you remember that time it was cold in the park? You were running a race, I was there on a lark. Who would have thought that New York could be such a small town? How have you been? Have you been to the races? Did you take my mother? Is your sister in braces? Wish I could have been there to see you through. Thanks for the tips and a tip jar there. Now Margaret is tired, let's let her get some sleep. She's bored with these letters that count her sheep. So goodbye, love, goodbye, love. How have you been? Have you been to the recess? Did you take my mother as her sister embraces? Wish I could have been there to see through. You know, all those things you told me once, are they true still? True. Oh, that was Conversation with the Ghost. I'm going to do one more. Let me just grab my phone here. Put that over there so I can see as the tip jar jingles and jangles. So thank you, folks, for the support tonight. I'm going to do one more song before I say goodnight to Facebook. But I want much more than a small town girl. She can bargain for more than standing in one place waiting on the next James Dean. I live in this town, it's like it's crept in the Bible Bell. Not a bear in my bag, I took the rounds, I only pray to get out of here. Maybe someday I will find all that the world is green. There isn't nothing to do in this town at night. I sit in my car, watching the street lights, stare out the window at the pizza joint. What's the point? Wish I could buy my Ford a sail. Yeah, look at the wind blow. Yeah, look at the wind blow. Now the life of a local beauty queen is tied to the captain of the baseball team. They got a baby on the way, at least that's what the kids are saying. And the wedding, I'm told it must take place just to save both families from disgrace. But the whole town knows, you see, it ain't like she's not showing. There is nothing to do in this town at night. Sit in my car, watch the street lights, stare out the window at the pizza joint. What's the point? I wish I could buy my Ford a sail. Hey, hey, look at the window. Look at the window. Tommy Bates is in his car and he waits for his girl down at Lucky's Diner. They're at the end of the loop, he's drinking soup while she puts on more eyeliner. I pass them once, I'll pass them twice, I'll pass them back again. They bought an old Range Rover And the headlights on my friends, all the headlights on my friends. There's nothing to do in this town at night but sit in my car and watch the street lights, stare out the window at the pizza joint. What's the point? I wish I could buy the Ford, a Singer. Hey, hey, look out the wind blow. Look at the wind blow. That's the beauty of these all request nights. These are unrehearsed songs, but they're one of the 1,000 or so I've written over the years, and some you remember, some you don't. One more time, guys, don't forget that on Halloween night, we are going to have a spectacular show. Check this out. Again, 8 to 11 p.m. with the after party on Patreon only. Got to be a member to enjoy that part of the show. But look at the lineup. A lot of great friends of mine. It's just going to be a gathering of people that are super tight with me. And occasionally, we'll bring in people that I know and respect as artists, but who I don't know so much personally. And there's lots of, I've been lucky to have such a great collection of friends, and I'm missing quite a few, but we had to put the cap on this one at 10, but there are more shows coming up. There's going to be a Christmas show in December, a birthday show in January, and hell yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. One more thing, I'll be here Wednesday for the Wednesday weigh-in, just 2 days from now. And on Friday, I'm going to have special guest Anja Dufekat, one of my favorite songwriters ever. I hold her in the top 10 of all my favorite people who write songs, including Bob Dylan and Woody Guthrie and James Taylor and John Prine and Anja Dufekat. So come see us on Friday night. I don't have a theme yet. I'm going to make that up tomorrow. I got to get with Anja and figure out what we want to sing about for you on Friday night. That's going to be the Traveling Medicine Show. That's going to be online here Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday this week, and Wednesday, Friday, Sunday next week. So come on out, join me, spread the word on these shows, and we'll say goodnight to you folks on Facebook watching. Thanks again for coming out tonight, folks. We're going to be just with the Patreon folks in just a minute. Pardon my coughing. Let's see, we remove Twitch. Good night, Twitch. And then we will remove Twitter. All right, I am here with just my gang of Patreon friends. Hello, folks. I hope you guys are doing well. Bob says, Anjo's my first live concert post-pandemic. And Karen Zundel says, please announce the Alaska cruise, but let's just do it here. And we'll do that right now in front of just Patreon people, because we want you guys to have the first access to the best rooms on the cruise. Next May, from May 20, I believe it's the 26th until June 3rd, I'm going to be leading a cruise excursion to Homer, Alaska. And we're going to be leaving from Vancouver, going up the interstate all the way to Seward, Alaska. And we're going to be taking a couple buses over to Homer for those that want to complete the tail of it. And having a couple days in Homer, Alaska, where we bask in the beauty of that little town. It is so gorgeous there. If you haven't been, you'll want to live there. You won't want to get back on the bus and leave. I tell you that. So that's going to be really a great time. And there are only a few of the choice rooms available. Those are the ones with the balconies and ocean views. Plenty on the inside, plenty inside cabins available. But we want to make sure that that you know when it's happening. And did I say 2022? Thank you, Karen. I'm still a little road weary from the trip. It's going to be in May 2023. So we're still a full year and a half out, but I suggest you get your tickets now if you want to have those ocean view rooms, because those are the best. They really are. We get within just a couple hundred yards of the shoreline. And, unlike Caribbean cruises where there are multiple ships competing for space and you're going to these places in the middle of the Gulf and are in the middle of the ocean and you can't see land. With the Alaska cruise, you're just seeing incredible vistas and wildlife the entire time, and it's super exciting. Hello, Amy says it's weird to get on tonight. Thank you, Amy, for coming. I'm glad you found me on a Monday night. Scarlett is also here late, better late than never. Last night I was driving home from Massachusetts, and Laura and I grabbed a late night hotel. But I decided that I'd do the Patreon show tonight, and just to let you guys know, again, it was just a fantastic weekend playing live in front of people. I've got 2 shows this week as well. If you're in the Maryland area, I'm playing Ellicott City, a place called Kelsey's Pub on Thursday night. And then on Saturday, I'm playing Jam and Java in Vienna, Virginia, which is a great place to see a show. So, and Karen says there are lots of early booking discount perks. We will be announcing that in full advertising mode soon. So I haven't picked a date for the big advertising launch yet, but it's going to be soon. And we might even wait until after the Halloween thing, or announce it on the night of the Halloween concert in earnest. But in the meantime, for everyone, and Karen, if you're listening still, when you post on Sunday, I think we should announce the link on the Wednesday Patreon. Whatever you're putting up on Wednesday. Wednesday, if you guys are active members, you know this, that's the day that we put up stuff from the archive. And Ron Bosley says he's really digging the Monday. It might be on Monday a lot more frequently now because I'm playing on the weekends. So I want to thank Dennis McCracken for the love in the tip jar tonight. Thank you, my brother, for that. Thank you all for the support over the years. And those of you folks that haven't heard yet, I know Amy Morton came in late, and so did Scarlett. This is the big Halloween bash. Take a look at this. Lori just worked up that poster. And she did a super job. Doesn't it look nice? We could probably print some of those up. At least we could sell not sell, but give the digital copy to Patreon members if they wanted to print it up or something. It looks so nice. Do you guys like posters? Oh, look at that, Amy. Amy won the Ellis raffle for Karen's library benefit. Great Olive Ellis swag. Oh man, Amy, I think you've already had everything. When I was moving, I discovered a bunch of stuff that I hadn't opened up, boxes and boxes of really some really classic stuff. So a lot of that is going to be coming down the pike. So I'm here, and how are you guys holding up? I appreciate that. Thank you, Amy. I've got a lot of Ellis swag. There's all sorts of stuff here. Do you want a little bit of a... Mr. Wilberger is here. Hello, Paul. Do you want a little tour of some things? Let me see what I can find. Oh, here's some classic stuff. Earbuds, USB, guitars, binders. It's going to be a little bit of a show and tell tonight. Make it a little bit different. Speaking of Halloween, this is from a Halloween a few years ago. This is Ella and Sophie, my daughters, when they were dressed as Glenda, the Good Witch of the North, and Dorothy. Dorothy. I love that cute picture. Sorry for the glare. There's no way to... Ella didn't have a tooth there. I love that. And then we're going back in history, back in time. A Massachusetts license. I look like some kind of perverted offender there. Then the move to Virginia. Oh, here we go. This is even farther back. Maine. All the states. This is my daughter, Sophie, when she was a girl. A little girl. She's probably 3 there. So beautiful. And what are these? Passports. Oh, my father's passport. That's my dad. He passed away about 10 years ago or so. Thank you, Nancy Parma. Thank you for being here. So nice that you joined us tonight. And then an old one of me again. That's all I had like that was handy. So I want to start touring again. I think it's going to be around March, April, May before things start to pick up for me. I'm just dabbling in it. And I'm just going to choose my shows based on places I love and places that are responsible with vaccinations and checking cards and things like that. And so you might see me in your neighborhood. I don't think I'm going to get on the West Coast until the fall, if at all. And so if you're out there listening and you're not on the Eastern Seaboard in the Midwest, I might not get to you. I'm going to try and see how the world is opening up, but we'll see. We'll see. But it feels great to play out again. And I want to keep on building this community on Patreon and hang with you guys and do special events and got to start thinking about special events that we can do. I have a weekend off in November where I'm not doing anything. And on that particular weekend, I would love to do a special event. So Karen and I are going to talk. But if you have any ideas about what kind of special event that could bring in new members of Patreon and have current members celebrate and do something fun, I'd love to hear your ideas, okay? Scarlett, yes, some people are wearing masks. At the TCAN show that I just did in Natick, Massachusetts, you had to wear a mask to be inside. And Paul Whipper says he'll be at Eddie's Attic, so don't you cancel. I will not be canceling Eddie's Attic. Bob was there at Natick, and yeah, you know, I put on my mask today, and to go into like a Starbucks or something with Laurie as we were traveling down, and then I got back in the car and I drove. You know, we probably drove for 30, 40 miles before I realized I still had it on. So. It's just funny. If you have the right mask, it can feel somewhat invisible. Karen says I look like Patrick Swayze on the first one. Oh, it must be this. This is the main. Is that Patrick Swayze? Lisa Bennett is over there on the Patreon side saying, it was so good to see you in Natick. The show was great. Thank you, Lisa. I'm so glad you came out, and thank you for tuning in tonight. If you want to click on that little YouTube icon that's on your video, that'll bring you over to where everybody is talking, and you might be able to visit with the people that I'm talking to on the other side as well, if you want to do that. You can stay where you are too. It's up to you. Yeah, Jen, I hope you stay safe out there and take good care of yourselves. Is there something you guys would like to hear that I could play for you? I'm here. I'm a little bit sleepy, a little bit tired, but I'd be happy to play some songs for you too. Instead of just sharing licenses. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Let me see. I'll hold this up. Edwin. There you have it. Dan Welch wants to hear the song Live in the Now. Let me pull out my notes on it. That would be under the letter L. I wrote this in Medford, Massachusetts, this song, Live in the Now. And yeah, I love it. There we go. Makes me think of that time in my life. That's one thing about these songs is they're trips down memory lane, for me. Let's see, I'll put this up on the computer so I can see it. A bar, 10 bar, like an A hammer bass melody. This is what these things look like, by the way. So I'm supposed to figure out, like on the fly, what all that stuff means. Let's see how I do here. By the way, if you have any good suggestions for Halloween songs to learn for the Halloween show, Ron Bosley, sure, we'll do that too. And Amy, I'll make sure I get yours in. There. a big white farmhouse, 40 acres in my hand. You got a kitchen, an old floor kitchen, and a big brass feather bed. There in the parlor, an old upright piano, and a precocious blue-eyed kid playing the keys, playing the keys. Live in the now. A room with a view of Cambridge. Live in the now. Traffic noise and neighborhood kids. We're sitting in the kitchen. You reach across the table, put a finger on my wrinkled brow. You say to live in the now. Live in the now. 'Cause life is what happens when you're busy making plans. That's what John Lennon said, then he quit the fucking band. Tell me which part is in the castle or the sand you miss when the tide rolls along. I'm alone on the highway, only silos break the view. A field of sunflowers, a scarecrow paying dues. I think to myself, that's not what I choose. Here I am, look where I've gone, all for the song, till the tide rolls along. Live in the now. An audience is waiting. Live in the now. Whose day are you creating? It's living in a hotel, put the phone on a pillow. Your voice makes it better somehow. How? You say live in the now. Live in the now. She likes you. She loves you. She loves you. All right. So living the now. Oh, let's see. Let's do. Amy Morton said she wanted to hear a song. Thank you guys for the love, Bob. Thank you for the love in the tip jar tonight. Ron as well. Thank you guys for being here tonight and filling the coffer, keeping me going with these live stream shows. And that one was for Diane Welch over there at the VCU ICU. Love that. My guitar was clipping. All right. Well, thank you for that. We'll bring that down a bit. Hopefully that's a little better. Thank you. Love it that you guys are willing to let me know when there are issues, because we can pretty quickly take care of these things. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, first we have to do over here. Can't forget that. I lived in a place called Oakwuskie. A little girl in a holler tree. I said, a little girlie, well, that might be. Wait, I've already messed this up. Hold on a minute. I want to do this right. I think that's what you asked for, Amy, was it not? want to make sure. Way over. Yes, it was. Okay, good. We want to make sure we hit our marks here. There it is. Lived in a place called Oak Fusky. I had a little girl in a holler tree. She said to me, it's plain to see that there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. I said, little girlie, well, that might be. I am going to have to get the lyrics out. It's been so long. Hold on. Just a minute. We can do this. We want to do it well. And I have a feeling that I'm just sleepy enough from the drive today that I'm going to forget the words unless I pull them out. There we go. We have them. We have right in front of us. Amy, thank you for the love in the tip jar tonight. Nancy wants to hear God's promise, and we'll get to that as well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. There we go. Put her right up on the computer screen. Can't go wrong. Lived in a place called Oak Fusky. Had a little girl in a holler tree. I said, little girlie, it's plain to see that there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. She said to me, it's hard to see how a little boy got so ugly. Well, yes, little girlie, that might be, but there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. Way over yonder in the minor key. Way over yonder in the minor key. That can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. We walked on down to Buckeye Creek to see the frog eat the goggle-eyed bee, to hear the west wind whistle to the east. And there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't sing like me. I said, little girlie, will you let me see? Way over yonder where the wind blows free. No one can see us in our holler tree. And there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. Way over yonder in the minor key. Way over yonder in the minor key. Ah, there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. Now her mama cut a switch from a cherry tree. She laid it on the back of the chamois, and it stung much worse than a hive of bees. But there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. Way over yonder in the minor key. Way over yonder in the minor key. Ah, there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. Now I have walked a long, long way. Met a lot of girls since my Tanglewood days, and led a lot of girls since then to stray. Singing ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. Way over yonder in the minor key. Way over yonder in the minor key. There ain't nobody that can sing like me. Ain't nobody that can sing like me. All right, that's Way Over Yonder in the minor key. Singing that one for Miss Amy Morton, who's been incredibly supportive all this pandemic. Thank you for the love in the tip jar, as well as Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. And Jenny, thank you as well for the love in the tip jar tonight, guys. This is Alice's Champagne Palace. I'll get Diane off the board there. There we go. Take a rickety plane from Seattle up into Anchorage. Step in the platform, staring at the midnight sun. Jump in my pickup and brother will drive. We'll bring your troubles down high and night. I got a pull-out couch and a job lined up at the Canneries. You hitch a ride to Homer, Alaska, brother. The drinks will be on me. Raise the glass, left a chalice. Welcome to Alice's Champagne Palace, the finest bar on the Strap in Homer, Alaska. Alaska, if you're from New York, Dallas, you'll find a home at the Champagne Palace. Alice will pour you a cold one. Go ahead, ask her if you're running away to Alaska. Alaska, over mountains rise from ocean to sky in Homer, Alaska. And they'll still your breath and your troubles in the blink of an eye. You'll hear a band with a steel guitar. Oh, there's a window seat right at the bar. And the whales, they're preaching. Alice, she's preaching like a rolling stone. They'll push a mason jar across the bar and say, Mr. Welcome home. Raise the glass, left a chalice. Welcome to Alice's Champagne Palace, the finest bar on the Strip in Homer, Alaska. Alaska, if you're from New York, Dallas, you'll find a home at the Champagne Palace. Alice will pour you a cold one. Go ahead, ask her if you're running away to Alaska. Alaska. You've never been to a prettier place than Homer, Alaska. And you've never met a kinder face than the one behind the bar. Homer's a town full of misfit toys, renegade women and runaway boys. Everybody's got some story here in Homer Town. I guess you gotta go to the end of the earth just to turn yourself around. Raise the glass, lift a chalice. Welcome to Alice's Champagne Palace, the finest bar on the strip in Homer, Alaska. Alaska, from New York, Dallas, you'll find a home at the Champagne Palace. Alice will pour you a cold one. Go ahead, ask her if you're running away. Brother, you just might stay if you're running away to Alaska. Alaska, 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 Alaska. All right. Another song here for you. This goes out to Nancy and Bill. Gonna be going out to Tulsa soon. Out to Woody Guthrie territory. Nancy says she's on her porch, I guess. What is that little beeping? Do you guys know what that is? Does that sound familiar to you? Can you tell me? I guess I got to turn that thing off. It's been going all night. I never promised you skies painted blue, nor all colored flowers all your days through. I didn't promise you sun with no rain, joys without sorrow, peace without pain. All that I promised, strength for this day, rest for my worker, light on your way. I'll give you truth when you need it, my help from above, undying friendship, my unfailing love. Sure never did promise you crowns without trials, your food with no hard sweat, your tears without smiles, no hot sunny days without cold wintry snows, no victories without fighting, no laughs without wars. All that I promise, for this day, rest for my worker, light on your way. I'll give you truth when you need it, my help from above, undying friendship, my unfailing love. Crowns without trials, your food with no heart sweat, your tears without smiles, no hot sunny days without cold wintry snows. All that I promise. I'll give you truth when you need it, my help from above, undying friendship, my unfailing love. I give you my saviors, I give you my flavors. I want to thank Scarlett for the love in the tip jar. I am juggling so many new songs right now. My head is chock full of new lyrics, new words, new chord changes. I think I've played a few of them for you. Here's one that you might not have heard yet. It's sort of based on The Gift, a lot of the same chords, but I'm going to be approaching it slower and different, so it'll sound something like this. That's one idea. And then there's this one. Here we go. So that's another one of the new ideas. Got a lot of new guitar ideas brewing, and of course this one. And that, I think, I did, it did occur to me. I was writing it as sort of an homage to the kind of songs that Jim Croce used to write. Bad Bad Leroy Brown, and you don't mess around with Slim. I think that's the title of it. Those sort of barroom fight, and it has a little bit of barroom blitz in it, but I'm not personally connecting to that storyline, and So I might shift it out. I've already written like a verse and kind of a chorus for it, but I'm thinking about making it about the Capitol riots on January 6th, and I feel like, you know, it sounds like a fight. Then again, I don't want to get overly political, and I'm afraid that if I do that, I'll turn off a bunch of people, and they're already going to be offended by a couple other songs anyway. It's just one of those things where you want to write what you witnessed and you're emotionally connected to, and if I'm fictionalizing and I don't have any connection to a bar where a fight broke out, and I can't really come up with anything that's true to my soul. Hey, Amy, good night. Want to say hi to Christian. Say good night to Amy there. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for the love in the tip jar there too as well. Thank you over there on Patreon, Sharon and Gary, for tuning in from Canada up there near Winnipeg. Yeah, we'll see. I'll tell you what I'll do. I know exactly what I can do. I'll write the first verse to both versions, and I'll play them for you, and we can A-B them and take a vote. How about that? You guys can help guide the process here, okay? Why don't we do that? Thank you, Mr. Wiltberger. I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. I'm going to put on a little music here, of course, as I do, and sit here with you while the song plays out. Here's California. Thank you, Diamond Mask. I didn't plug him in tonight. We'll make sure we do that next time around. Okay? I just came off the road. I didn't get the gear inside, so. Thank you, man. The Golden Gate in the sweet sunshine. You make it hard to be from Arkansas. Thanks for coming by, Bob. Cheers to you guys tonight. California, California, California. You get the best. Nice to sit and enjoy a glass of wine with you. I'm about to have a beautiful pasta meal upstairs with Larry. The Big Sur Highway, Yosemite, the Beach Boys. Sending love to Deb Duran. You make it hard. Thank you, Jen. To be from Idaho. Good night, Scarlett. Thanks for coming through. Now I've got nothing against New Mexico, New York, Georgia, or Ohio. Call you tomorrow, Karen. There's just sweet dreams. Alone to go. It ain't Idaho. I think you know. California, California, California. You get the best of everything, the best of everything. Joshua Tree and the grizzly bear. Disneyland. Here's the view from my loft. Surfer girls with their golden hair. You make it hard. Thank you, Jackie. Always a pleasure playing for you. Sweet dreams, y'all. Thank you for joining me tonight. We'll see you Wednesday night on the Wednesday weigh-in. I hope you come back around. And don't forget Anja Duvacot on Friday night. Cheers, y'all.